How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? So today, what I thought I would do is go on to Reddit and read some of the NoSleep subreddit. It's full of scary stories and all that good stuff. Let's just start. So to give you, I guess we'll start with this one. I read this one already, but I wanted to share it with you guys because it's pretty good. And it's a little bit freaky. And it's a good story. Well, you kind of don't know where it's going, and then it kind of just pops out of you, so I'll just read it. Malls have everything, don't they? So why ever leave? People toss out the phrase homeless with such cavalier disregard for what the term actually means. I'm not homeless. The mall is my home. The Travelstock Galleria in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania, has been my everything for nearly a decade. My days before dawn, my day begins before dawn. The JCPenney has just so many delicious little nooks and crannies that allow me to make a nest. Do you ever think about what's in the middle of those circular racks in the clothing section? It's a perfect place for me to hunker down all night on a bed of unsold women's pants. Everything is put back in place before the first employees arrive, of course. Can't have anyone knowing about my nests, now can we? I know what you're thinking. Wouldn't it raise suspicions if they found me wandering around before opening? Not a chance. That stolen mall cop uniform has paid dividends many times over. And Joe, the idiot night watchman, never suspected a thing. I would occasionally pretend to be a mannequin in the display case shadows, but his brain was dimmer than the after-hours lighting. Maybe that's why he disappeared without a trace. I never did find out what happened to him, and they never did replace that one. $913 a month was just too high a price to pay for the Travelstock to monitor itself, it seems. What a sorry state. I'm polite when the situation necessitates it, and send a good morning wave to Ursula each day when she comes in to open. You see, once a person accepts anything as a routine part of their life, be it a car, a rule, or a smiling man in a mall cop's uniform, they stop questioning why that thing is there in the first place. That fact has sustained me for years. Alright. Breakfast. There used to be an amazing Cinnabon in the food court. Hell, there used to be a food court. Now there's just a creepy-ass carousel that children are rightly afraid to touch. Forlorn, I'm stuck at munching on cold-cut sandwiches, remembering the intoxicating aroma of cinnamon and warmth that would greet my day with all the sweet calmness of a warm blanket. For the record, fuck Amazon and your destructive mall-crushing greed. Malls used to have everything, you see. I could pass the days just getting lost in Travelstock. I'd browse the Dick's Sporting Goods, you pervert. Imagine that I had enough money to buy everything in Jimmy Jazz and just stand outside Bath and Body Works, smelling. There was nothing quite like Victoria's Secret, though. I would come in and pretend to be looking for a gift that I could bestow upon my lovely wife. Really, I was pre-shopping. Sneaking into a lingerie shop after hours is much easier than you'd think, as long as you live in a mall. I was like a kid in a candy store, and to answer your question, yes, I smelled every single item in the store. You might be wearing one of my pre-sniffed garments right now. I promised you that it passed the sniff test. Smelling. But I still have to toss things up every once in a while, and that's where holidays come in. I pilfered a Santa uniform and a bunny outfit, several elf costumes, and a large dog-like getup that has no real explanation. Again, I've become such a fixture that people just accept my presence. I can spend an entire day in the middle of the mall greeting children and being photographed by their smiling parents. No one doubts the authenticity of a mall Santa. Not even when I smell your kid's hair. Not even when I smell their kid's hair. Now I know what you're wondering. Could something as wonderful as the Travelstock Mall really be in jeopardy? I'm crying as I write this because the answer is yes. The final doors close for the night. Or as the final doors close for the night, I prepare to bed, knowing that I will soon actually be as described, homeless. What a sorry state. While I walk down the abandoned central walkway, avoiding the hot topic even at night because those people freak me the fuck out, I head to the seldom used utility closet for a midnight snack. His glassy eyes take a moment to focus on me when I open the door. When the semi-consciousness floats back into his brain, the young man is once again seized with terror. Fortunately, he can hardly budge against his restraints. The boy's mutilated hands wouldn't do him any good anyway, because his fingers were the first to go. I pull out the carving knife and slice a nice, thin layer of cold cuts from his belly. Sure, I complain about my sandwiches, but when the meat is fresh, cold cuts really aren't that bad at all. Oh boy, it's a good thing I knew how to slice his tongue out and sever his vocal cords, or else he'd be making a racket. And you know what? The tongue made a pretty good fucking sandwich. I pocketed the cold cuts and the knife before closing the closet door on the convulsing boy. I do feel bad for him, because this is what happens when you're homeless. The decision is final, and it's nearly enough to shatter my heart. The Tavistock Galleria is closing forever in June. We all knew that it was coming really, but we didn't want to believe it. I couldn't, though keep in mind that it's nearly enough to shatter my heart, but not quite sufficient. See, malls have everything, don't they? So why should I ever leave? I can't find a reason either, but what I can find is another mall. So I'll be searching the country for the best possible fit. Nearly every major metropolitan area has one. I will search until I find one with everything I need. A Cinnabon, a department store, hidden corners, lots of children. Hopefully not a hot topic, but beggars can't be choosy. Smell you soon, folks. BD. I remember first reading that, and it actually freaked me out a little bit. But then I remembered that I don't live in America, so sucks to be you guys. Have fun with BD in your shopping malls. He'll smell you soon. I really like this story because it kind of skips a bunch of the bullshit, and you kind of get all this, like, you get the personality of this homeless guy, and you don't really get pointless descriptions of shit for no reason. You kind of just see the world through this creepy ass homeless, not homeless guy's eyes. I really like that. I don't know. I just want to share this one to start off because I feel like it really kind of encapsulates a lot of what NoSleep is about. So I think I got another one I'll read for you guys. Sorry, this might be a little bit bright, but I'll read this one. It's pretty short, but it's short and sweet. So, one school day, a boy named Tom was sitting in class doing math. It was 6 more minutes until school let out. As he was doing his homework, something caught his eye. His desk was next to the window, and he turned and looked to the grass outside. It looked like a picture. When school was over, he ran over to the spot where he saw it. He ran fast so that no one else could grab it. He picked it up and smiled. It had a picture of the most beautiful girl he had ever seen. She had a dress with tights on and red shoes, and in her hand was formed into a peace sign. She was so beautiful he wanted to meet her, so he ran all over school and asked everyone if they knew her or had ever saw her before, but everyone had said no. He was devastated. When he got home, he asked his older sister if she knew the girl, but unfortunately she also said no. It was very late, so Tom walked upstairs, placed the picture on his bedside table, and then went to sleep. In the middle of the night, Tom was awakened by a tap on his window. It was like a nail tapping. He got scared. After the tapping, he heard a giggle. He saw a shadow near his window, so he got out of bed, walked towards the window, opened it up, and followed the giggling. By the time he reached it, it was gone. The next day, he asked his neighbors if they knew her. Everyone said, sorry, no. But when his mother came home, he asked her if she knew her. She said no. He went to his room, placed the picture on the desk, and fell asleep. Once again, he was awakened by a tapping. He took the picture and followed the giggling. He walked across the road, when he was suddenly hit by a car. He died instantly, picture in hand. The driver got out of the car and tried to help him, but it was too late. He saw the picture and picked it up. He saw a cute girl holding up 3 fingers. No, I think I'll just read those first couple ones for the first episode. I tried reading a couple other ones, but they weren't really that well written and just weren't really that spooky overall, so I'll leave you with those 2. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. That was totally not an idea stolen from another YouTuber. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, I'll catch you in the next video. See you guys.